of time, but we have to thank all the people who put this together so we can have such a great event. And of course, the venue itself is fantastic. And so our special thanks go out to Emblem Health for allowing us to be here. So thank you, Emblem Health. And as I said earlier, without our sponsors, we cannot be having these events. And we have some exceptional sponsors that are with us today. And the first one I'd like to invite up here is Ron Halbert from In Contact. And Ron, why don't you take a few minutes to tell us a little bit about In Contact? You can just stand right here. Stand alive.
All right.
You don't have to lean in.
Perfect. So I work with In Contact. In Contact is a cloud contact center provider. So you think about why you're all here today, to learn about customer-centric selling and making your customers satisfied and want to come back to you. You think about how your customer interacts with you individually. In most cases, your customers are not interacting with you face-to-face. These interactions are happening through multiple different channels. The first channel, of course, is by phone. Then we have chat, we have email, we have social media. We have multiple channels that your customers can reach out and talk to you specifically, and that is where they need to be satisfied. If you would put call centers on that list of who you're most satisfied with and least satisfied with, I'd be willing to say they'd be competing with the healthcare providers as the lowest person on the list. No one likes to call a call center, myself included. Think about your experiences making phone calls to call centers. No matter what the reason is, even if it's to buy something or to get information, it's always a pain. So In Contact has a primary focus of making sure that we can improve your customer satisfaction with you. We want to make sure that you don't have downtime, first of all. The worst thing that can happen is someone calls into your contact center to discuss something they feel is important, and they can't get through. Think about how long you've been on hold at certain times. You don't want that to be a fault of your own. You don't want that to be a fault of your technology, something that you purchased to make this work. And so we guarantee uptime as far as our inside of our contract. We want to say, hey, we guarantee you that we won't be down less than 4 minutes a month. And if we are, we'll financially compensate you for that. In Contact also focuses from a customer-centric type selling, in that we give you the multiple channels. If you're not utilizing chat, like Emblem Health is not utilizing right now, you don't know what you could be missing. You don't know what kind of people like to reach out for different channels. Some people hate to pick up the phone and call someone. Ask your teenagers, ask any teenager how often they call someone. Text message is the way to communicate. Chat and text message. If you're unable to take text message, if you're unable to take chat, you're probably not communicating with the entire group of your customers like you should. So those are the kind of things that In Contact thinks about. We think about what's going to make your customer happy from a technology perspective, and we build that out for you. We create a way for you to be as successful as possible. Then we let you do what's best, which is teach your people to engage the customers. You train them how to engage. You don't need to worry about how the call is being delivered from their cellular device to the right agent the first time. You let your software provider handle that. And that's what we're the best at. That's why people come to In Contact. They want the ability to have a reliable, strong contact center solution in the cloud so that they can lower costs, increase agent efficiency, and overall increase customer satisfaction. So that's where we win. That's why we win. We're able to do all those things. Any questions?
Any questions from
Contact.
us?
The basic stuff.
All right, also, thank you very much for your time. Our next sponsor is Chris Silver from 5'9". Again, another great sponsor who's been with us for a long time. So is Chris here? Thank you. Thank you.
So I'll keep it short, and thank you in Contact for an introduction. We're also a cloud contact center software platform here. Normally, I see a lot of familiar faces. Normally, you're used to seeing Nick Dellis, someone that has a million jokes. He actually recently just got promoted to Global VP. So he's traveling right now, and he told me to send his regards and make a joke. I don't have one. He's normally better at it than me. But long story short, 5'9", thank you, Pace, for having us. We appreciate it every time we've been here multiple times. I'm glad to donate to the raffle. I'm glad to be a part of it. I have some great connections here. So love to be involved in the future, and thank you for inviting us again.
Thanks. And our other diamond sponsor for this event is Cointel. And Harry, come on. Come on up, Harry. And this is your first time, so welcome.
Good afternoon, and thank you for being here. I had a slide deck, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. There was a recent study done by Gartner, not Suzanne's favorite people, but it was for a group of C-level executives in terms of what their priorities were. And they actually ranked customer experience as their #1 priority, which was ranked higher than increasing revenue and increasing market share. Which I think brings to the point that customer experience is very, very critical for every business, and I'm not going to stress on that point anymore. But that brings us directly to what Cointel does. We have great technology, and we have had great technology for about a decade now. And where we fit in is we help our customers to make that vision come true. There's all these technologies, but without having a true partner who can execute on it, those technologies are just piece of software that's lying down on a hard disk or a CD somewhere. So what Cointel does, we've been in business for about 15 plus years, primarily focusing on customer experience, and within customer experience, we specialize in implementing contact centers because every Fortune 100 company today, the only way to interact with any Fortune 100 company is through contact centers. And within contact center, we specialize in implementing Genesys, which is a market leader in contact center space. We have done over 500 plus contact center implementations, which might be a small number if you think about it, but it comprises of Fortune 500 companies. And we are very proud to say every customer that we have worked has been successful in their implementations. I think I want to keep this short because I'm the last guy, and I think everybody's just kind of getting ready to get out. So if you are in the business of customer experience and you're looking for a partner to really execute on your vision, we can help. Thank you.
Thank you, Harry. By the way, Chris, I got that joke that you asked about. Suzanne?
Yes.
Forrest or Cole, where do you want them to send a check to? Okay.
I'll let you know.
There you go. And again, what I'd like to do is, I'm just going to go through a couple other sponsors here, just very briefly, but again, very important to us. Verint's been a sponsor for a long time, one of our gold sponsors, so special thanks to our gold sponsor, Verint. Our lunch was brought to you today by Griffin Network. Stefan, thank you very much for your help with that, so thank you to Griffin Network. And of course, the most important, another sponsor is Salesforce for the bar, so thank you very much, Steve. Thank you. And one thing I wanted to I know we've been talking really hard about the raffle and everything else, but again, it's such a great cause. You You guys do such fantastic work, and I want to kind of see anything we can do to contribute there. I know a lot of you have already bought your tickets, but as soon as we start the cocktail reception in a few minutes, we're going to start pulling the winners. So please see Suzanne, see anybody else who has those red or blue tickets, get them in now. The more we get, the more money we're going to raise for the Doe Fund. So thank you very much for your help there. And by the way, this is still on the back of your questionnaire, by the way. And the last thing I wanted to kind of cover at a very high level for you is PACE membership. Why we're here. There's a lot of people here who are members of PACE, and I thank you for that. But there are another group of people who aren't. I'm saying, why aren't you? And the way it looks at it, I'm not going to read this list to you, but there are three main things why people should be members of PACE. First, the educational content that we bring. As we witnessed today, we had talked about leadership, we talked about the insurance area, talked about health, medical, and what have you. So there's so many different things you can learn from being part of the PACE University, PACE group. Second is the networking. We offer fantastic network events, whether it's locally here at chapter events or at the national event in the spring or the Washington, D.C. conference. So that's something important. And then third, and most important, this is especially for the people who are some of our sponsors and vendors of contact center services. Members buy from members. I actually have myself, as well as several other people who are in the contact center providers, service provider area, have received RFPs or requests for proposals or quotation. That one of the questions were, are you a member of PACE? And that helped get us to the next level and win some business. So members do buy from members. So please, if you're not a person who's a member of PACE, please contact one of the people who have one of these little badges that say chapter board member, or come see me. And in fact, I think you get a discount. Is that still in place, Rich? If they join up within so many days?
There's a coupon.
Yep, 60 days.
60 days.
60 days.
You get 20% off. And in addition, they changed the memberships now. It used to be only corporate memberships. For those smaller companies or one-person shops, we now have individual memberships, which are very attractive in price. So please talk to us about it. I think you'll value it. And at the same time, if you enjoy this as well as other events, all the more reason to come up here and
We
join.
handed out these coupons to everyone who we believe is not yet a member. And on there is my phone number and Jeff Milberg's phone numbers. And we can facilitate a 20% discount in the first year membership dues. And the rates for those dues are printed on the back of the card with the discount shown. So it's a great deal.
Definitely. And the last thing I'd like to do as your host, first of all, is thank you for joining us today, and your MC, I should say. And thank you very much for coming. But a special thanks to the New York Metro Chapter Board. Without these people's names you see up here, these events do not happen. They work hard, tirelessly to pull these things together to make it look, come up with a professional operation, professional event. And I want to send a special thanks to all those members of the board. Please stand up so you can be recognized. And don't forget to mark your calendars. Our next event is in October 22nd. We're planning an event with the co-presenting with a Mid-Atlantic chapter, tentatively scheduled for Princeton, New Jersey. That will be finalized within the next couple of weeks, but 10/22 is firm. Please keep that on your calendar. As well as our holiday gala, which is always well attended and very much look forward to by our membership on 12/10, and that'll be happening someplace in New York City. And just make sure, Rich, I'm doing it for you. Turn in your evaluation survey, guys. It's real simple. You got the form, you check off the box, you liked, you didn't like, put down your comments, and more importantly, include information about topics or speakers you'd like us to bring to you. Because again, without your ideas, we're going to just kind of, we're going to go up, we're going to not be hitting the mark with a lot of these. So please put that information in there.
So if you turn in your form to us at the desk, I'll give you a white raffle ticket, not red or blue. It's just for the Vert Clipel. And you've got to be here at the raffle time to take it home.
Speaking of which, if anybody's leaving early, make sure you give your tickets to someone who you trust, because you must be present for it. Again, there's membership information at the desk, the registration desk up front. And I think, is it time now? Can I say this, ladies and gentlemen? Can we say it's time for member reception?
Denise, are we set?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The drinking lamp is lit. I mean, it's time for the bar. So please, first of all, thank you all for coming today. We're going to be here for another hour or so with cocktails and some past hors d'oeuvres. So please enjoy us and thank you all for coming. Any questions, see one of the board and chapter members. Thanks for coming.